every fall, man. We finally we made it through the long spring, the long summer, the dog days of summer, and the football season is upon us. Coming up next 3 weeks time kickoff, and I am very excited. I, for one, you know what I mean. I'm sure people out there are very excited. I'm going to see the Jaguars home opener. That it will be week 2. Taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. So be it. Here we are. What am I going to do? Am I going to wear Kansas City Chiefs gear to my boss's team? I don't know. They own.
No.
My boss owns the Jaguars.
What the hell are you
No,
talking
of course.
about? You're
No,
talking
I'm
about
not an idiot.
in
Of
Jacksonville?
course. Yes, I'm not. Yes, Enzo, I'm not going to spit in my boss's face, okay?
No,
I'm going to keep it inside
Jaguars
like a
number
man. That's what I'm going to do. Why? Easy now, okay? And there's a little bit of heat because we played in the playoffs, the divisional round, you know what I mean? It looked like that's where Patrick Mahomes got hurt. It looked like the Jaguars were going to be able to do it. They were dirty. They took him out. And but ultimately, they couldn't get the job done. They're not going to get the job done. Week 2 in Jacksonville. And then your boy here is also going to week 5 in Minnesota, taking my old man. For his 65th birthday, which just passed actually yesterday. Happy birthday to my father. Okay, 65 years old, and we're going to be going out to Minneapolis, Minnesota, watch the Vikings, which is his team, take on my team, the Kansas City Chiefs.
So he's been a Vikings fan his whole life? It's been a life of pain, or?
No, you don't understand the pain that my father has been through as a Vikings fan, okay? Nobody has suffered more disappointment, more crushing defeats, more soul-crushing, punishing defeats than my father. And he's never been to a game in Minnesota, so happy to do that for him. And I'm sorry that he's going to suffer another crushing defeat at the hands of his son.
So you'll be rooting for the opposite team. You guys will both be.
Yes, of course. Of course, I'm a Chiefs fan. That's who they're playing. So
yeah. We've had this conversation before. It doesn't make sense to me how people just choose NFL teams out of the blue. Like you have a hat when you're a certain age. You're like, I'll choose this team now, and that'll be my team for the rest of my life. My father's something else. My friend likes this team. My other friend likes this team. I don't understand how you pick the Chiefs. Like,
well, I don't know. It's like being, what are you, a Juventus fan? Like, why you know what I mean?
I'm a Canadiens fan. I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan because
Well, you like a sport. You like a sport, and you don't have a team in your area. So that's it. I believe that your old dad lives in Montana. So, and he's a Chiefs fan. If anything, you should be a Denver Broncos fan. I believe would be the closest city.
Amanda's brother-in-law is a Detroit Lions fan, so he knows pain. She says.
No, there's a lot of pain involved there. I mean, I don't even remember the last time the Lions made the playoffs. Actually, kickoff the first Thursday game, September the 7th. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs hanging that Super Bowl championship banner. Going to be taking on the Detroit Lions, who are on the, they're on the upswing apparently. I mean, I know they are. So it's.
How long did the Chiefs go without the championship? Because I know they won
50 years. Oh, wow. 50 years between.
So
between titles,
it really takes like an all-star quarterback, like a game-changing quarterback, to turn things around sometimes in football, right? Because 50 fucking years. I could say the same thing about the Canadians too, though. Because in '93, I was just a child. Like I had no idea when the Canadians won the cup in '93. To me, they always win the cup. Who gives a shit? And then they never won a cup again.
Because it kind of was like that, right? Like our parents grew up, they won, I think, 6 cups in the 1970s. They won 76, 77, 78, 79 or something like that. And then they won in 86. They went like 7 years, which was a huge drought for them. Okay, so 86 they win again, but you're still on this string, you know what I mean? They go to the finals in 89, they lose to Calgary or whatever, but you're still, you know what I mean? And then you ride that into 93. So it's kind of like it's just this, you know what I mean?
You always win.
And then just fucking nothing.
30 years. Not nothing. We
made it to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that was pathetic. That was COVID Stanley Cup. It sucked. They didn't let us in the fucking building, dude. Okay?
Yeah,
that's the first swear of the show, by the way, and it's because they didn't let us in the fucking building. And then when they played Tampa,
it made no sense. Yes, and when yes, it was sold out.
Are you trying to make us lose the cup? Is that what the government was trying to do? Because they succeeded. We got swept. Okay, because there's nobody in the stadium.
Games,
the only people in the arena were fucking Sami Zayn. He somehow got in, and it was like, you know what I mean?
It's true.
He got in.
Oh, baby, what a night.
Taking pictures of himself in there. It's like, well, dude, nobody else is there but you. But no, I think they let in like 2,000 people at one point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the finals, they finally let in a couple people.
Yeah,
You know,
but we also
let
made
in
it
a
to the
handful.
Eastern Conference Final when we actually had a
Yeah.
legitimate team, right? Like, oh, snap.
Yeah, 2010 and 2014.
There you go.
Yeah.
Camilleri, Kovalev, those are the years.
Yeah.
Those are the successful years. Now we're fucking dog shit. And we're talking
Yeah,
sports on the Daddy Magic Show.
we are talking sports. It's about time we're talking sports. Yeah, Super Bowl IV, Dep Shep, that's right. And that was, I believe, my father's first heartbreak as a Vikings fan, because that is who the Chiefs beat in Super Bowl IV. And then I had to wait 50 years. Well, not me personally, but I had to wait about 30 years before winning. And it was exactly 50 years between Super Bowls. So how about that?
Here's the thing about cheering or being involved in teams like your father. He's a Vikings fan, for example, okay?
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
I don't know what you think. What do you think I'm going to say?
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
When you win the big one, okay?
I knew it. Who do you celebrate with?
Who the fuck is there? Who cares? It's like my cousin. He's a Bruins fan, okay? He's not a Canadiens fan. He's a Bruins fan living in Montreal. The Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup. He was hanging out with us that night. Nobody gave a shit. He was happy, but nobody gave a fuck. When Italy won the World Cup, the streets were closed.
Yeah. So you just like the celebration. You like the atmosphere.
Like the camaraderie, the whole family gets together.
I get that's all great.
You don't have that. I mean, maybe you should just go to Kansas. Like, if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl or something, you should go. Because, I mean, now you're seeing 2 games this year, right? So
look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The team, and you've met the team, right? Because you what happened? You met the offensive line or something, right?
Oh yeah. They all came. The O line came to. This was the year before they won the Super Bowl. So it was June 2022. They all came to Dynamite in Kansas City. Started a little friendship, a little Twitter DM back and forth with Creed Humphreys, who's the center of the team, All-Star center, Pro Bowl center, Super Bowl champion center now. And then what it was March after the season, I got to hook up through Alex Marvez with the equipment manager Alan down there in Kansas City, and he took us on a tour of Arrowhead. It was fucking awesome, and the place was vibing. We had just won the Super Bowl maybe the month before, it was great time. Got a lot of pictures, got to go on the field, got to go into the locker room.
That's pretty awesome.
Great. It was amazing.
Dream come true.
It was amazing.
Right? Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Did you like that little clip of the Daddy Magic Show? You probably did. So why don't you check out the full show right here on Twitch and become a sports entertainer.
Baby, I can say sorry all day long. And baby, I can say that I was wrong.